Good afternoon, friends. Important video. Now, being a registered person, you will not be able to file your GSTR 1. Or if you're a quarterly filer, then you will not be able to furnish invoice through invoice furnishing facility. आप अपना GSTR 1 या जो इनवॉइस जब क्वार्टरली आप फाइलर हैं, इनवॉइस आप अपलोड करते हैं थ्रू इनवॉइस फर्निशिंग फैसिलिटी, आप नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो आप कब नहीं कर पाएंगे? फॉर स्पेसिफिक सिचुएशन, रूल 59 सब रूल 6. The first change was made on 1st of January, which was amendment rather, 1st January 2022, and the provision was, unless you file your GSTR 3B for the preceding month or quarter, those who had opted quarterly return filing, unless you file your GSTR 3B for the preceding month or quarter, you will not be allowed to file your GSTR 1 or furnish your outward supply through invoice furnishing facility. This change was amended from 1st January 2022. Second change, Rule 88C of CGST rule got introduced from 26 December 2022 by notification number 26/2022 Central Taxes. And what is this Rule 88C? If you are a registered person and whatever outward supply you are showing in your GSTR 1 and thereby your outward tax liability is not matching with your outward supply and corresponding liability as furnished in your GSTR 3B. So let's say you have shown 10 lakh rupees liability in GSTR 1 and showing 1 lakh liability in your GSTR 3B, so there is difference, mismatch. And if this difference is exceeding by a specified amount and percentage as recommended by GST Council, then what happen? You will get a notice, Part A DRC 01B. That notice will come to you. And once you get notice Part A DRC 01B, you need to either pay the differential tax, which is 9 lakh rupees, or reply why there was difference in 1 versus 3B, GSTR 1 versus 3B. And this Rule 88C got notified from 26 December 2022. So time period provided 7 days. जैसे ही आपके पास नोटिस आएगा DRC 01B, आपको या तो डिफरेंशियल टैक्स पे करना है 1 वर्सेस 3B का, और आपको रिप्लाई करना है Part B of DRC 01B within 7 days. अगर आपने नहीं किया, if you have not followed Rule 88C provision of CGST rules, then you would be barred, that you will not be able to file your GSTR 1 or your outward supply invoices through invoice furnishing facility for subsequent tax period. यानी अगर आपने रूल 88C कॉम्प्लायंस नहीं किया 1 वर्सेस 3B का, तो आपके लिए सब्सिक्वेंट टैक्स पीरियड योर 1 you will not be able to file GSTR 1. Next change, Rule 88D, which got introduced from 4th of August 2023, by notification number 38/2023 Central Taxes. New rule, Rule 88D. And what is this rule? If there is difference in credit availed in your 3B versus GSTR 2B, so if there is difference of credit availed in 3B versus GSTR 2B, and this difference is exceeding by such amount and percentage as recommended by GST Council, then what happened? You will get notice, and notice will come in Part A DRC 01C, which either you need to pay the differential amount of credit availed in 3B versus GSTR 2B, or you should reply region why there is difference between 2B versus 3B, and that too within 7 days. 7 days आपके पास पार्ट ए DRC 01C आएगा, या तो आप डिफरेंशियल पे कर दीजिए 2B वर्सेस 3B में जो भी क्रेडिट अवेलमेंट का डिफरेंस है, या फिर आप रिप्लाई कीजिए ये डिफरेंस क्यों है। अगर आपने रूल 88D कॉम्प्लायंस नहीं किया, then you will not be allowed to file your GSTR 1 or your outward supply invoices through invoice furnishing facility for subsequent tax period. यानी आपको वो 1 नहीं भरने देंगे for subsequent period. And this Rule 88D got notified from 4th of August 2023. Separate video is being made on Rule 88C, Rule 88D. आप मेरे YouTube channel पे जाएं, there is a separate video for these specific rules, but it is interlinked now with Rule 59 sub Rule 6. That is the reason I am discussing this in this video. And the next change which is being made in Rule 10A, effective from 4th of August 2023, by notification number 38/2023 Central Taxes. And what is this Rule 10A? If you are being granted registration in GST law, then you should submit or furnish your bank details on the portal, GST portal. Bank details need to be furnished within 30 days of granting the registration by the department. Department has granted the registration to you within 30 days or the date of furnishing your GSTR 1 or through invoice furnishing facility, whichever is earlier. यानी अगर आपने GST में रजिस्ट्रेशन लिया और रजिस्ट्रेशन आपको ग्रांट हो गया, then within 30 days आपको अपनी बैंक डिटेल्स फर्निश करनी पड़ेगी. Within 30 days from what? Within 30 days जिस दिन आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन GST का ग्रांट हुआ वो, या जब आपकी GSTR 1 फर्निशिंग की डेट, ड्यू डेट आती है, और थ्रू इनवॉइस फर्निशिंग फैसिलिटी विच एवर इज अर्लियर, आपको एक बैंक डिटेल्स फर्निश करनी पड़ेगी. अगर आपने बैंक डिटेल्स नहीं डाली देन यू वुड बी बार्ड. आप अपना GSTR 1 या आउटवर्ड सप्लाई की डिटेल्स जो थ्रू इनवॉइस फर्निशिंग फैसिलिटी आप फर्निश करते हैं इनवॉइसेस, वो आप नहीं कर पाएंगे. Another change which is being done in Rule 10A, if you're a proprietorship concern, then आपका जो पैन कार्ड है उसको आधार के साथ लिंक्ड कर दिया जाएगा. And these provisions are being made to strengthen GST registration against the fake registration. So summary of this video is Rule 59 sub Rule 6 is talking about you would be barred, registered person would be barred to file GSTR 1, and those who are quarterly filer through invoice furnishing facility for given situation. First, if you have not furnished your GSTR 3B for the preceding tax period. Second, Rule 88C, if there is difference between 1 and 3B and you got the notice, intimation, Part A DRC 01B, then you must submit the reply or pay the differential tax. That is Rule 88C got introduced from 26 December 2022. Then Rule 88D, so credit availed in 3B is not matching with the credit auto-populated in 2B, and the difference is exceeding such amount and such percentage as recommended by GST Council, you get a notice, Part A, DRC 01C, DRC 01C, and thereby either you pay the differential amount 2B versus 3B or reply why there is difference within 7 days. If you don't comply, implication of Rule 59 sub Rule 6 and last Rule 10A. As per this, if GST registration granted, you must submit your bank details within 30 days from the date of granting the registration or furnishing of your first GSTR 1, or through invoice furnishing facility, whichever is earlier. So keep it to your mind that the compliances are getting strengthened day by day. But to take you further and recall, you know that two-way communication which was there in GST law got omitted from 1st October 2022. Credit in the hands of recipient, buyer, purchasing dealer is dependent upon the supplier, and supplier need to be tax compliant. For the fault of supplier, your credit may be denied. And there are other provision also. Just quickly, other videos are available which you can watch. 75 subsection 12, explanation, if there is difference between 1 and 3B, then that difference would be termed as self-assessment tax, and that can be recovered by the department without issuance of so-called notice, either under section 73 non-fraud or section 74 fraud cases. And for this recovery, new rule 142B got notified from 4th of August 2023, and the new form which is being prescribed, DRC 01D, with reference to Rule 88C. So you have to really careful about. Section 37. Unless you file your GSTR 1 for the preceding tax period, you will not be able to file GSTR 1 for your relevant tax period. Sequential filing. 39. Unless you file GSTR 1 for the relevant tax period, अगर आपने 1 relevant tax period का नहीं भरा, then you will not be able to file a GSTR 3B for relevant tax period. This is called sequential filing, and thereby the law is being made that credit in the hands of recipient, buyer or purchasing dealer is dependent upon supplier, who is going to be tax compliant supplier as a way forward. So I've suggested and given this video on important provision under Rule 59 sub Rule 6. Stay tuned, lot many in GST, and whatever rule I've referred in my video, Rule 88C, Rule 88D, this 75 subsection 12, there are lot many videos on my YouTube channel which you can watch later for each of GST understanding. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.